Hi friends, you're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch. It is a beautiful morning that is about to come. I love starting videos right when the change of the morning happens. Right now it's becoming dawn. Which, funnily enough, I'm very attached to that word, and some of you know why, some of my more personal friends. However, it's just a name that, it's like kind of like a nickname that my dad always liked calling me, and so I'm really attached to it. I love the name Dawn, and I love that it's a part of me and a part of something that someone so special called me, and that's really precious. Today, we are doing a video for my friend Brenda. Be young. So please, let's all thank Alex for going across the city. We've been looking for a starfruit or a carambola fruit for 3 weeks now, since Brenda asked for the video, and they're out of season. But Alex sure did find one, and he goes, "Hey, look what I found for Brenda!" And I was like, "Is it a starfruit?" And he said, "Yeah." So another reason why, you know, Patreon helps us so that we can afford to, you know, starfruits at this point, in the middle of winter, are $9. So, you know, doing videos does cost a little bit of money, even though it's just little things. So again, if you haven't checked out my Patreon page, please check that out, and I will link it below. I'm going to start reading about this starfruit, aka carambola fruit. Alright, so I was not able to find it in this book at all, under starfruit or under carambola fruit, so luckily it came up in here, but only a little bit. So another fruit where or another herb, or, you know, part of herbalism where you're going to have to use your own intuition and see what it can do for you. I have a knife, so we will cut this open, and we'll see what's on the inside. But obviously, it is the shape of a 5-pointed star, as you can see there. And when you cut it open, it makes stars. So what I thought I would do is cut it and dry it, and then make them as ornaments. So I will get a knife and do that for you guys. So there'll be a part 1 and a part 2. I had the little tangerine there to hold it up. There we go. Alright, so let's talk about this beauty. Carambola, C-A-R-A-M-B-O-L-A. That's what we call the star. That's the proper name for the starfruit. The super proper name for the starfruit is Averrhoa. A-V-E-R-R-H-O-A, Carambola. Planet, you guys want to guess? The sun. Element, fire. Energies, protection. Well, that makes sense, because a star, in general, is a protective symbol. Okay. Oh, it's hot in here. Lore, the carambola, or starfruit, is one of the new fruits that have only recently begun appearing in our markets. A native to Indonesia, carambola ripens and is available during the winter months. I forgot to tell you, this is a carambola that we grew from seed. My husband Alex cut open one of these fruits with a tiny, tiny gardening tweezer, picked out the seeds because they are tiny. And he grows these. They grow so well. They're so beautiful. I can't believe how beautiful they are. When they first come out, and when they first sprout out of the pot, they look like a beautiful woman. It's like 2 tiny sprouts, and then they go into 2 of these huge, it looks like arms or wings. And to me, when I looked at it, it was so magical. So even if you grow this just for a house plant, alright, so I will have Alex do a video on Jackshire Farms telling all about how he grew a starfruit from seed, so that if you guys want to grow this beautiful plant, I mean, I really should show you up close. Her leaves are so awesome. She is absolutely divine. So green. I don't know. I can't really explain the energy of this plant. I'm just so drawn to it. But when they first come up, it's just these 2 leaf structures, and it looks like arms. And there's this concert of STP live at Rolling Rock in like 1994 or something, and in the song Hold on, I'll get there. Tripping on a hole, he gets to this part where he opens his arm up at the bridge of the song and the whole crowd goes, ah! Like you can hear it, and then they show the crowd and there's easily 40,000 people there. And the energy that you get from one man, one artist, opening up his arms and hearing that swell of sound from the crowd is so juk-shy to me. It gives me tingles all over my body right now even, just even talking about it. So this fruit has a lot of really interesting, awesome reminders to me for a few reasons, and I really like that. So let me continue talking about that. I didn't want to forget to mention the plant because I've turned off the video before with things on the table and went, shit. You know. Okay, so Carambola fruit is one of the new fruits. It's native to Indonesia. Carambola ripens and is available during the winter months. Oh, okay. I thought it was in the summer. Maybe that's why it just came around. It is commercially grown in Florida, Brenda, Texas, and California. I've also seen it in stores from Denver to Hawaii. And Scotty wrote this book in... because things have changed since then, for sure. Not the time of year it grows, but Scotty wrote this book 96. No, 1990 was the first edition, because he passed, like, in the 90s, I believe, or early 2000s. I'd have to look at that. But the first edition of this was 1990, so that's 30 years ago. So, you know, finding Carambola fruit is going to be much easier than it sounds in here. Especially if you're in a bigger city. If you're in a smaller city, then you might want to just get some on Amazon. They'll come right to your door. The fruit itself is an unusually ribbed, oblong yellow fruit, or yellow flesh. When sliced, it produces star-shaped sections. The flesh is usually sweet, firm, and crisp. Seeds peel, and all can be eaten. Magical uses. The first time that I saw starfruit, I was amazed at its resemblance to the pentagram. It's tasty. This tasty fruit should be sliced with visualization. So when you slice it, be cutting. When you slice it, be visualizing. And then simply eaten or added to protective dishes. So envision yourself being protected, being safe, being happy, being warm, all of those things. And then slice it and visualize those things at the same time. That's going to give you the best effect for what you want. Magically. And again, these are the magical uses when you eat it internally. When I slice it and put it up for Yule decorations, it's going to be a magical intention. And see here, the only energy it gives is protection. But I know that a star also is creation. A star is manifestation. A star is a lot of different things. So, for me, I will be using the symbolism of the star for the intention, since I don't have the information of, see, this is when you eat it, and this is when you use it in magic. So I don't have any information on how to use it in magic. I have to go with my intuition on that one, and, you know, maybe use the property of protection, okay? Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we've read this in a few books. And this is why Brenda actually asked for the video, is because under magical uses it says, the first time that I saw a starfruit I was amazed at its resemblance to the pentagram. This tasty fruit should be sliced with visualization, then simply eaten or added to protective dishes. And we've talked about this protective fruit salad in a lot of videos. The pineapple video, the tangerine video, yeah. And it was must have been the tangerine video that Brenda asked. But I thought it was longer than that ago. Anyway, a fruit salad can be made with carambola slices, or starfruit slices, whole blueberries, mango chunks, pineapple slices, whole raspberries, and tangerine sections. Carambola slices can also be used to garnish other protective foods. Excellent! I do wish that there was more in there, if not like a recipe or a DIY or something. That's okay, I'm doing my own DIY. I'm gonna run and get a knife and a cutting board. Be right back, let's see how fast I can do it. My cats harass me. If I get up and leave my room before the sun comes up, they're like, oh, it's time for wet food. It's not time for wet food. Alright, let's tip down and, well, we don't need to tip down. We'll just slice it. Let's slice this baby up. Can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay, so first, before I slice it, since I'm going to use this for something that I'm going to dehydrate into magical workings, magical intentions, something for Yule, which is so special, I am going to try and bless it first. Some extra Florida water on my hands. Spirit, be with me as I make this beautiful Carambola or Starfruit into a very protective, promoting creativity, and promoting manifestation. When we look at this Yule decoration, we will be inspired, and these ornaments, because I'll make a couple ornaments, we will be inspired to be creative and create. We will be inspired to manifest and visualize. So put those intentions into it. Kiss it. Hold it to you. Tell it that you love it. I'm not kidding. This was a living thing, and to me it still is a living thing because it's going to be working for me. Plant spirits, is that the craziest thing to say? When an animal passes away, I use animal spirits. When people pass away, I use people spirits. They were both living. So to me, there's no reason why I can't work with this plant spirit, both when it's alive and after it's done, because it's still working for me. Just like a spirit on the other side would be working for me. How are these herbs that I have not working for me, you know? Well, we'll slice it right down the middle first, because that will be beautiful. Now, there aren't very many seeds in here, and in this slice you can't even see a one. But look at how beautiful that is. I think that's a seed back behind there. Yep. So here's a seed. I don't know how many there are per fruit, but I'll make sure that Alex talks about it in his video. Okay, so make sure to check out the link. It will take a couple days for him to get the video up because it's the holidays and stuff, but we will be getting it up. We collab together so we can help each other out. Thank you for everybody that's gone over to his channel. Last week he gained 10 subscribers, and he was sitting at 40 subscribers for quite some time. Now, or he was sitting at 20 subscribers for quite some time. Now, when you come down this, now you could use a mandolin to make it a perfect slice, but that's not my best advice. My best advice is to do everything you can by hand, and just to watch it, look at it, and do the best you can, because if it's not perfect, it's still your magic. It's still what you've made it. Does that make sense? Magic is not perfection. If it was perfection, it would be a store-bought thing. It's not, though. And that's how I feel about it. So this one's so pretty. I like how as you go down the starfruit, it kind of changes the shape. These little arms are like, they're so cute. And I'll probably, once they're dehydrated, string them through the top. However, I will string a couple like this, because the star means a different thing when it's in different positions, okay? So you should look that up. It doesn't mean that I'm a Satanist. I just gotta say that. I will try and do a video on the differences between that, but Scotty says that, you know, that is used, I believe, to ward away evil when it's upside down. So maybe it's one of those things where we think it's this because of movies, but it's really this, you know, when we get into the bones of witchcraft, right? But again, if that symbol makes you feel not nice, don't use it. It just doesn't affect me. And I can tell you the reason. When I was a little girl, and I remember in, not nursery school, but like, I remember in first and second grade in particular, when you get down to the bottom of the fruit, it's a little more conceptual, you know? It's not a perfect star, but it's still the Starfruit. There's still 5 points, you know. Let me taste the bottom little bun. Well, I might keep that. I don't know. Tastes like... Oh, you could also lick these before you dehydrate them to get your DNA on them. You're just using them for ornaments, right? Tastes good. Tastes like, tastes like an apple from a tree that's an apple from a tree that you pull off yourself. Like one of those small natural apples. And they're like really tart, barely sweet. That's the taste that I get out of it. That is good. That's real good. There's another seed. Now, make sure not to cut through your seeds if you want to use them. So I've gotten 2 seeds out of there. Thank you! I thought they were tinier. I think it's the dragon fruit seeds that I was thinking were so tiny. Okay, so let's see what we've got. One Starfruit that, yes, it did cost $9. And so I will be keeping these ornaments. Wah! We got all of these stars. You know, they're semi-thick, so if you wanted to cut them in half even more, I feel like these are going to be hardy enough to last a long time once they dry, but if you cut them thinner, you'll have twice as many. It's up to you. But those are our beautiful Starfruit or Carambola fruit, and I will be putting those in the dehydrator right now and then stringing them. And make sure to come back with Mage on the Taxidermy Witch because, as we talked about in this book here, The Magical Household, we will be stringing oranges, and if I can get apples, if I have one in the house, orange and apple slices for my Yule decoration. Okay. I could pop some popcorn. We could string that. That came out of that book as well. And another thing you can string is rose buds and cinnamon sticks. So that's a maybe because I don't know if I want to get rid of my rosebuds on that. But something that you can do, and we did find in this book. I will also be making ornaments out of, yes, that's right, chicken's feet. I don't know if you guys can see, but back here I have got loads of chicken feet car charms, both with the flip off and with the rock and roll. And I'll just show you a little one here. Turned out pretty cool. And at the end I put, so this will like hang in a rear view mirror. Or you could have one that has the middle finger. Anyway, at the end, I put these lava beads so that you can put essential oils on them. So not only is it a car charm that hangs from your rear view that has a symbol on the chicken's foot. The chicken's foot is protective, cleansing, all of that. But now it is also a car freshener with these lava beads that you just add essential oil onto. And also, that makes the chicken's foot not smell so bad. I do anoint them in an oil to make them smell better, but it's a dehydrated piece of taxidermy. It doesn't always smell lovely. So the essential oils will really help. That brown cord with the knot magic on it is excellent for banishment. So as I did the cord and tied the knots, I was thinking of the person who will use it for banishing, okay? So I've got loads of charms over there for all different kinds of things in the car. All of them have the essential oil beads on them, okay? So if you are interested in those, let me know. Let me know. Alright, guys, thanks for coming back with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, while we talked about Starfruit, Yule, everything like that. Say goodbye to our gorgeous mistress. She is the prettiest. Alright, have a great day. Jen the Taxidermy Witch. Bye-bye.